Dude, you haven't slept in like a week and a half. Are you sure you're okay? Of course I'm okay. The Raptors beat the Bills with a grand slam. Argos! Hi, Leafs Nation. Stand witness for Austin Lucas. Full biblical. Austin Matthews is a Leaf. Why do I watch hockey? Stressfully, mostly. Victory pup. What? Who told you to get up there? All right, guys. Victory puppies, okay, boys. But Daddy's in a really good mood because he finished the first draft of his book. Stop talking about your book. I know. Okay. It's gonna go away for a while. But you guys get a special treat today. Okay? Are you ready? You want a treat? Treats covered in peanut butter. Oh, good boys. Good. Oh, I'm finally gonna sleep now. Leafs win 5-2 over the Buffalo Sabres. They killed it. They slayed the dragon. The evil giant dragon that is the Buffalo Impossible to Beat Sabres. They'll have a banner unveiling before Game 3 of the playoffs. Beat the Sabres and finish the first draft of the book. Ah! Okay, for real. Sorry this book. Sorry this video is so late. It's so late. It's very late. But it's up. And you're watching it, so that's pretty dope. Coffee number 1 of the day did nothing. So this is number 2. And it is having effects. I'll tell you a little bit about that and then leave you alone and talk about the game. So the book was due April 1st. It was a little late. The manuscript, which is the first draft, is supposed to be somewhere between 75,000 and 90,000 words. I submitted 114,000. And as this morning, it is 1:30 in the afternoon when I shoot this. As this day goes on, I'm realizing, oh, there's so much stuff I forgot. So they're gonna hack and slash at it and delete a bunch of stuff. And then I'm gonna be like, but wait, there's more. The editing process is gonna take a while. It's not due out until this time next year. I would like it to come out sooner, but I don't have a leg to stand on. I've never edited a book before. I don't know how it works. All the feedback I've gotten on the chapters that I've sent them so far was good, but they might read the whole thing and be like, oh no, this is bad. You gotta start over. But I gotta write about everything. Like just everything that has happened, mostly in the last 11 years. And God, I'm so lucky that you guys watch. If you've ever watched or even listened to the podcast, even once, if this is your first time, thank you so much. But now, the Leafs beat the Sabres! I actually got to go to this game thanks to the Maple Leafs MBNA Rewards MasterCard. Got to sit in the golds for the first time and I don't even know how long. And it ended up being a pretty good game. The Leafs scored 5 goals, which is mandatory because Mrs. Dangle was right there too. Here are Mrs. Dangle's last 4 games. Centennial Classic, 8 goals, win. Kadri hat trick, 6 goals, win. JVR hat trick, 5 goals, shootout win. Austin and Willie get 2 goals apiece, 5 goals, win. And early in the season they lost 6-3 to the Devils, but never mind, she is such a good luck charm. And there was proof just 6 minutes in. The 4th line already buzzing around the Sabres net. Thomas McCannis with the puck in the corner, throws it in front to Andreas Johnson. It's actually pronounced Johnson, and that's pronounced a goal, his 2nd of the season, and hey! Rasmus Ristolainen's mad about something, no way! Shut up and sit down, don't ruin this. The Leafs are up 1-0. And actually, that setup from Thomas McCannis, A, was beautiful. B, I think that was his first primary assist as a Leaf. I know not all of you are thrilled with the trade, but he's here. He's a Leaf. He's on the team that you cheer for. Give him props. Only when he deserves it, I guess, but at least cheer for the guy, and he deserved it on this play. Leafs had a good period out shooting the Sabres 12-9. Roman Polak did not, taking 6 penalty minutes. I will give Polak credit on one thing, and this is why it's so cool to sit so low. Because of where I was sitting, like, just above where the glass was, their voices were just unobstructed. I could hear what they were saying clear as day. There was one play where Polak's out there with Gardner. Gardner has the puck. Polak yells at him what to do, and then Gardner doesn't do that. And the puck ended up in their zone for a while as a result. I know in these videos I'm always screaming, talk! You gotta talk more at the Leafs, and maybe there's communication that we're all missing, and that's what leads to mistakes. There's no number that shows that a player doesn't listen, you might say. Well, yeah, there sort of is. I imagine the numbers for a player who doesn't listen would be bad. I'm getting into an imaginary argument here. 2nd period. Tail end of that power play, Sam Reinhart is alone in front. Rasmus Ristolainen puts it on. Reinhart tips it past McElhinney, and the Sabres tie it up. Man, in these 4 recent games, Ristolainen's been killing the Leafs from the point. A few minutes later, though, the Leafs get a power play of their own. Morgan Riley at the point sends it over to Austin. Oh my God, whenever Matthews scores, nobody deserves an assist. That shot is so nasty. The Leafs are back on top 2-1 thanks to Austin Matthews, or as the Buffalo Sabres call him, Matty. And we are not done. Sabres think they can go for a line change while the Leafs top line is on the ice. You thought? Matthews dun 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 dun. Willie all alone, freeze, berries. 3-1 good guys. Just a few minutes later, Reinhardt charging up the wing. Oh, here come the Sabres. Willie, tap. Thank you, other way. Hyman takes it, it's a 3-on-2, and look at this. You got Ristolainen looking at Hyman, who has the puck. You got Scandella looking at Matthews. No one cares about Nylander. Now they're both looking at Hyman. Look at Hyman with the fake shot pass. Sweet Willie busts in, and you know the rest. Willie scores, 4-1 lead, his second of the game, 19th of the season. The Leafs are up 4-1. Now that wasn't a criticism of the Sabres' defense of this. It was a 3-on-2 off of a turnover from a forward. But it just shows that this line, it's so good that Nylander can be an afterthought. If Hyman has the puck rushing in on an odd man rush, the world's his oyster. Do I give it to the assassin or the other assassin? Hyman with his 39th point, 25th assist, and I think almost all of them were at even strength, and a few were shorthanded. Third period, Sabres are on the power play. McElhinney makes the save, easy clear. Polak whiffs, and the population of Pominville goes up by 1. Still not satisfied with my Rick Jenneret. So, alright, that's a Polak mistake. But you know what? I'm not gonna rip him for it. And I don't know, this has been a bit of a trend lately. I'm like, I'm not that mad, and it's because the Leafs won the game. But what I get mad about is when players do dumb things. They miss an assignment, they ignore a player, they're nowhere near where they're supposed to be or where the danger is. Polak was right there, he was doing his job, and 9 times out of 10 he clears that puck no problem. He whiffed, c'est la vie, Sabres within 2. But just 3.5 minutes later, Leafs are on the power play. And oh, this goal. Matthews behind the back to Gardner. Gardner slap pass over to Nylander. Nylander immediately back to Matthews. Never even had a shot. Leafs up 5-2 on the second power play goal of the game from the Leafs' second power play unit. Did you hear me? That was the Leafs' second power play unit. Oh, is it going to be the Bruins? Is it going to be the Lightning? Bring on both of them. And if whoever wins the Atlantic gets knocked out in the first round, we'll beat whoever beats them too. McElhinney stops 32 and 34. Matthews 3 points. Willie 3 points. Johnson 2 points. He might not even be in the playoff lineup. Freddie gets the next couple starts. Leafs power play. Clicking! Leafs Nation, I'll ask you the same question that I would ask a hockey puck about half a second after it's on Austin Matthews' stick. Are you in? Babcock rested up a few players for this game. That's done now. 2 more games left this season, and Babcock wants to see his team in playoff form. Thursday, you got a road team against the Devils, a team that's playing for their playoff lives. In Montreal, you got your final warm-up. I don't care where they are in the standings. No prisoners, no mercy! First one was a bit of a dud, but the second one's pretty good. Are you in? Sabres fans, if I were you, I'd be excited about the late season call-ups. Alex Nylander, that sounds lovely. More importantly, I would get the hell out of my way because I'm hyped right now. Let me try to calm down with some questions. If both Janssen and Borgman are out of the lineup, does that mean the Leafs are now playing Grand Theft Auto San Andreas? Alright, there it is. I'm not hyped anymore. That's great, man. Thanks. I think the video's done. How do you feel about the Leafs clinching because of Reimer? Emotional and grateful. Janssen, Tavares, Kapanen? My goodness, I didn't know you could post porn to Twitter. Listen, okay, that is... I got lightheaded. Listen! Hey! Playoffs! He's not involved yet. I didn't even mean to say yet. It's happening! Not in the playoffs. How many goals did Nylander and Matthews combine for last night, Rasmus? Alec, that's just a good tweet. Do the victory puppies want a friend? They always want a friend. Is it too late to rate my victory puppy? She tried to stay up to watch the game with me. Guys, I asked for questions, not adorable victory puppies, and I'm not even mad. For Austin and Willie, I give them 34 out of 29. I don't know if it's just me, but I thought the Leafs defense looked really good last night. Do you think they can keep this up in the playoffs? They were okay for the most part. The mistakes they made, though, were big. And I'm not even counting the Polak whiff. Gardner had a couple terrible giveaways in the game, but we don't talk about them because McElhinney bailed the Leafs out both times. All the Leafs defense needs to do is at least be adequate. We know Freddie's going to be solid. We know the PK's pretty good. We know the power play is clicking, and now it's both units that are clicking, and they've always been able to score at 5-on-5. This Leafs team should be in there. We can talk about the favorites, but these are the Stanley Cup playoff guys. Since when has that ever mattered? Can you rate my pup? He's a little sad right now, but he's still a good boy. Really? And he's 100% Leaf now. I rate him 1,000 out of 1 just to pet him. Don't make him sad. Are you done the book? I already went over that. Yes, but I just wanted to show you this. This is what it looks like right now. Woohoo! And last but not least, I didn't see a question, so I'll ask it myself. What do you think about Morgan Rielly and Jake Gardner both hitting 50 points? So apparently it's extremely rare to have 2 50-point defensemen on your team, and Brian McCabe and Thomas Caberlet were the last pair to do it for the Leafs. Oddly enough, a pair that was criticized because, yes, they were able to put up points, but they weren't always the best on their own end. I guess just remember that the next time you get frustrated with Rielly or Gardner or the Leafs defense as a whole. Not saying they're totally perfect, but remember, most teams would kill to have one defenseman like that, let alone 2. So that is it for this one. Thank you very much for watching. Click like if you like this video. Click subscribe if you really liked it. Tell all your friends. I spent all this. I spent it. If you want to get your own mug, there's a link down below. I thought I had something else to say. Podcast tonight. That's right.